somebody wrote in and asked, what about jury duty? Should Buddhists do jury duty? Okay, and so I thought, since that was a question that many people may have, it would be good to do a BBC on it. So I think that is a very individual choice, what to do. There's no particular Buddhist policy on it, and I don't think there's any right or wrong either. It just happens to be what you as an individual feel, if you feel comfortable doing jury duty or you don't. As for me personally, I don't feel comfortable doing it because I do prison work, so I know a lot of what goes on in a prison, and I don't care how guilty somebody is, I don't want to subject them to that. Yeah. If our prison system were one of genuine rehabilitation, where people were taught skills, where the people who had mental problems received proper medication and counseling, then I would feel fine if I had to make that decision. But lacking that, I don't want to send anybody to our prisons the way they are now. Okay, now somebody's going to say, oh, so you think all these murderers should go free and walk around? No, I don't. I think sometimes for people's own protection, so they don't create negative karma of offending, and also for the protection of would-be victims of crimes. Sometimes people need to be incarcerated, but the incarceration should bring about some good change. It shouldn't be punishment. And currently, our quote, justice system, which is not very just, functions on the basis of punishment. Somebody did something, they should be punished. As we all know from being children who were punished when we were naughty, you might change your behavior out of fear, but you don't change your behavior out of understanding. And you only change if you think you're going to get caught, but if you don't think you're going to get caught, you still go ahead because there's no real understanding, no real personal growth when you're punished. Punishment just means you're bad, and in the case of adults, lock them up. Also, so many young people get tried as adults. Now granted, once in a while, there's a young person who really does something quite outrageous with a deliberate intention. And that kid needs a lot of help. Getting locked up in the youth authority doesn't really do that. But, just trying kids as adults because of the nature of the crime, again, it doesn't help the child to grow up. Some of them are released anyway when they turn 18, but they haven't grown any. They've just been punished. And some of them, when they're tried as an adult, they could get a life or even a death sentence. Yeah. And so there you are, and you're maybe 15, 16 years old, and you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison, or you're going to get murdered legally by the government. So I think my experience in writing to people who have been incarcerated for life as juveniles is some of them are extremely bright it's a total waste of human potential. Yeah, two of them, actually a few of them I know quite well. And two of them I visited one time in Missouri, and the assistant warden walked me in and walked me out. And he made the comment, which I found very interesting, that these two men should not be incarcerated. They were incarcerated both for murder, yeah, when they were, I think one was 16 and one was 17. But they have changed, they had changed so much. And they were doing a lot of good work now inside the prison. One of them had started a television channel in the prison and put educational material on it. Okay. The other one was working for the Department of Justice, making videos for, the Department of Corrections, yeah, Department of Corrections, and was making videos for that, you know. So they were doing really useful work, and they had developed skills, and yet they both had life sentences without parole. As it happened, the Supreme Court did throw that out and say that they had to be given a chance for parole. But that doesn't mean for these two young men, instantly they got a chance. It needed another Supreme Court case to say that the right to have a parole hearing was going to be, what do you call it? Retroactive. Yeah. So that took a court case. Then Missouri, you know, they're really busy, and it took years and years went by. It required another court case for the state government to act. Okay, one of them is out now. He's currently working for a TV station near where his mother lives. He's living with his family. The other one, I believe he's still incarcerated. I haven't heard from him for a while. He is trans, so I should say she is trans, living in a male prison, and doing a lot of work for people who are trans in terms of counseling, in terms of legal things, and so on, because he had spent his time when in prison learning the law. And so he often, you know, there are what do they call, jailbird lawyers that, you know, different inmates who learn the law and then counsel the other guys in their cases. So he was like that. Okay, so when I get a request for jury duty, I just say I'm Buddhist. I cannot, if it's a death penalty case, I cannot sentence anybody to death. And I can't say I'm going to be unbiased according to what the law says is unbiased, in even giving a judgment on different cases. Because so many of these cases, you know, what I would do is these people need a good environment where they can thrive. Can we create a good environment where they can learn skills and thrive? You know, then, if I could do that instead of jury duty, that would be quite meaningful. Yeah. Okay, but I know that other people who are Buddhist, and, you know, they're fine doing jury duty, I think go for it. If you feel comfortable doing that. It's good to have people in the pool of jurors who are not thinking just of punishment, but also have some compassion in their mind and think, have a different standard maybe for judging people. So I think we need those kind of people as jurors. Yeah. So you can choose whether you go for jury duty or not.